going on, people? What is going on, YouTube? Today I want to talk to you guys about being leased on as an owner-operator versus being an independent operator. What's the good things about it? What's the bad things? The pros and the cons. And the reason why I asked this is because one of my buddies has had his own authority for the last, 4 years and a half, something like that. And he started off as a leased owner-operator, and then he decided to get his own authority, but he just gave up his authority, and he leased onto a company. So he was feeling kind of bummed about it, but I had a conversation with him today, and after the conversation, he was upbeat again. So I hope I was able to help him out. But let's get to it. Leasing onto a company. Leasing onto a company means you have your own truck. You might or might not have your own registration, which is the number plates, the tags on your truck. You might be paying into that, or you might not. Leased on means you're just renting your truck out to that company, just like a car. And they pretty much take care of permits, the placards on your truck. They might or might not give you a fuel card, but that's what leased on means. Like I said, some companies will pay for your registration, some won't. Some might even give you the option of keeping your registration, which to me it's a good thing. The more you can have under your name, just your name, the better. As far as the money, there is a little difference, not much. Down here in Southern California, if you lease onto a company, some companies might give you 70% of what the load is worth, and some companies might give you 75% of what the load is worth as a leased on owner-operator. But where you see the difference is on the deductions. So when you get your settlement, it'll tell you, what you made on each load, on each empty, what have you. And then the deductions come along, which would be the deductions on the fuel, if you're using their fuel card. Of course, the permits, that'll be a deduction, and the registration. All that gets deducted on a weekly basis. Now, if you're leasing on, if you bought the truck from them and you're leased onto them, of course, they're also going to deduct the payment on the truck. So all them deductions, they add up, and at the end of the week, you see the difference. You see the difference on your paycheck. But again, that's the only difference between leasing onto a company and the deductions that you have with the company. I'm sorry, I keep looking up. I'm at Hanji right now, and the machine's right in front of me. So there's a couple of trucks trying to cut in because they're in that slot. So I'm just waiting for that machine to load them up. That way I can start up my truck and get ready for them to load it, put my load on my chassis. Anyways, as an independent owner operator, again, you might get paid from a company from 75% to 80% of what the load is worth or what the empty is worth. Now, the difference is, of course, there's a difference in the pay. Now, there's companies down here in Southern California that even though you're an independent contractor, in other words, what they address as a third-party carrier, some companies still pay us the 70 to 75% of what the load or the empty is worth, depending on the company that you go to. And when you get your settlement, you see no deductions. Why? Because you're an independent contractor, or as they like to address us, third carrier party, which means we pay for our fuel, we pay for our insurance, we pay for our permits. They have nothing to do with us. You know, we're just a carrier for them. So, if at the end of the week, let's just say you made $2,000, there's no deductions coming out of your check. All $2,000 are coming into your pocket. So, is there a difference between a leased on owner-operator and an independent operator? Kind of, but not much. There might be a 5% to a 10% difference in pay, but other than that, I mean, I don't see the difference. Now, that's the small picture. The bigger picture is, as a leased on owner operator, you're pretty much locked in with that company. Some companies make you sign a contract where it stipulates you can't work for any other carrier than us. And if you do, you'll get penalized. So you're pretty much dependent on that company to feed you work. So if they get slow, guess what? You're slow. And your pay is going to be short at the end of the week. Whereas an independent contractor, if I'm working for the same company you are, and you're leased onto that company, and I'm an independent contractor, I have my own insurance, I have my own numbers, I have my name on my truck, I'm paying for my own registration, I can go somewhere else like that. It only takes maybe tops half an hour to start pulling for another carrier. So that's the bigger picture, that you can go anywhere as an independent contractor. It doesn't take you long to sign on with another company, another broker, another shipper, another customer. You know, it doesn't take long. It takes nothing but a half an hour tops, you know. So you don't depend on just one company. So that's the difference between an owner-operator leased onto a company and an independent owner-operator. The pay is a little different, and you can go anywhere you want, at any moment, at any given time. You can just get up and leave. You don't have to give a notice because you're a third carrier party. So, here comes the crane right now. So they're going to load me up. So yeah, fellas, that's the difference between a leased on owner operator and an independent carrier, independent owner operator. Again, the pay is a little more, The deductions are none if you're an independent contractor, independent owner-operator. So, would I recommend anybody to lease on? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Would I recommend anybody to be an independent contractor? Yes, I would. Because, yeah, there's a difference in pay and there's a difference in deduction, but guess what? On both accounts, you're going to make good money. If you push, you're going to make good money, either or. All right, fellas, I'm going to cut you guys loose because this guy's about to load me, so I got to pay attention to this guy. If you're out there driving, drive safe, be safe. I hope this video was helpful. We'll see you guys on our next video.